Well, one is simply to raise their profile and to tell people what they're about. One is to make people afraid, and they're very effective at that. And another is to, well, there are two more, I suppose. Another is to attract recruits, and they're being extremely effective in that area. And then the final one is perhaps to draw in the West. The organisation's name relates to, or one of its publications relates to an area in the near where there's a lot of fighting going on in Syria, on the border with Syria and Turkey at the moment. And the legend is that the final showdown between the non-believers of the West and Islam will occur there. So they've got this all sort of worked out extraordinarily. I think they're reaching past what governments understand. They're bypassing government controls. The government sort of stops one particular site, for example, and they just create another one, or they bounce them off different areas. So it's something that the potential recruits are looking for, and governments can't stop them finding it. I think it's pretty professional. I'm very impressed with the stuff I've seen. The quality of just the images, for example, or the quality of the messages that are put across, and then the flexibility and the maneuverability that they have, I think is very professional. I have no idea whether it got any other coverage. So, the real thing is that it's the West being made to sit up and take notice of this and react.
Okay, in what ways does social media differ from a typical propaganda campaign from a group like this?
Well, I suppose when you talk about a typical propaganda campaign, you're talking about more formal, structured and expensive, etc. material. They've got both. I mean, they produce their annual report, which is very glossy and very, very impressive. But they can be fast moving, and they can move it around. They can dodge government attempts to block them. They can dodge attempts to track them down. All this sort of stuff it makes them a very hard target for the West.
Do you think that putting their content on social media, where they can interact directly with readers and viewers, changes the impact that the message has on these people?
Yes, I do. I think it is a much more intimate relationship that they develop, whereas the more formal structure is something that people can easily just dismiss and move on from much more easily.